We're going to take a look at a backhand cross-court drive, but with deception. So we'll take a quick look at it. Here's the shot. Right, so it's quite a reasonable shot. If I slow that down and see how it comes out. Right, so what we see is quite slow, which is good. A lot of the work's in the early preparation. By actually getting your body around so far, it gives you the impression you're going down the ball and that you can't go cross-court. Then after that, the ball is struck and you make sure you don't turn your shoulders. We'll step through that bit by bit. So the biggest part of this shot, or one of the biggest parts of this shot, is to really do massive preparation. You want to really turn your shoulders around and turn your hips right around as far as you possibly can and step towards the side wall. Right, so that preparation there, if I stop the ball right, I stop the action right there. That preparation of shoulders through here, hips through here, and the step slightly open. If you can even step towards the side wall, it's even better. It's slightly open step through here. Now, all those three things say that the ball is going to be struck. It'll be struck down here, and it'll be struck down deep, as in a deep drive. Because of the shoulder preparation is so far, the body preparation is so far, and it doesn't make sense to the normal person's brain that you can actually go cross-court from this situation because you've done so much body work early on. So if we follow it through, as we come through, everything happens as per normal drive until point of impact. Point of impact, you really need to use your wrist as much as you possibly can. So even there, it still doesn't really look like it's a cross-court drive. Especially there, it doesn't look like it's a cross-court drive. From this point here, it's almost doing a lot of work now to go and turn your wrist and get the ball cross-court. But there's nothing's really been given away the fact that this is a cross-court drive. So from there, the wrist is really turned back now. If you can see it, it's quite a little bit difficult to see. But that turn there, so the wrist has just really done some serious work from there. And the shoulders, you notice the shoulders really haven't turned through the ball. So that keeping the shoulders relatively strong through here. They will turn a little bit open, and once again your hips as well. They will turn a little bit open, but as the shot comes on, but there's still some important bits. After that, we tend to lift up, and it's really important that you don't have much follow through around your body. So trying to stop my racket going from around behind my body and trying to stop shoulders turning at this stage of the game. And so then you just lift your body up. I find it much easier to lift my body up, which stops my body turn. And that shot has actually gone quite a long way across court, and it will go to target. It's really quite simple to hit target with this shot. It's amazingly simple. So it's not the most difficult thing in the world. So that lack of body turn on the follow through, and that high use of wrist, and that early preparations, are the three things that really have to happen. So it's a step to the side wall with heaps of body preparation. Racket comes around and turn from there with your wrist really turns through. Keep your shoulders locked as much as you can, then lift your body up and stop your arm from going around behind your body. You cannot allow your racket to go out here. As soon as your racket goes out this way, sorry, a bit long, as soon as your racket goes out this way, it gives the indication that the ball's gone cross court. If you notice with my follow through, you'll notice that the racket is still only in front of my body. So if you were standing behind looking for indications, normally a person would be standing somewhere around about here, and they can't even see the racket as far as the follow through goes. So it's really quite difficult for them to actually get a direct line of vision, if you like, as to where the racket follow through is to understand what's happened with this shot. Now, you don't necessarily play this as a winner. What it does do is it will stop your opponent's movements, and then they'll have to regenerate all the energy to go back in the correct direction to get the ball. They can track it down, but it's a lot of work for them, and if you can make them stretch and make them work, then you've pretty much done the job you needed to do. This is not very high on energy usage as well, and I use this shot as almost a close to a 50-50 as far as driving. You can cross-court really well and really confidently, knowing that you're not going to be in any trouble. The ability to stop your opponent is just such a wonderful thing, and it's such an easy thing to do once you train for it. Right, so here we have a look. Here it comes in, nice and slow, early prep. Really get your body around as far as you can, heaps of wrist, and stop your follow through and lift up, come out of your shot, back with a shuffle, and off it goes. It does help if you actually play this shot with a fair amount of punch as well. So a prerequisite for learning this skill would be to develop the punch muscles and punch hitting method, which is, you'll find that on the side as well. So if you check all that out, get your punch muscles really quite strong, and this will actually become a better and better shot for you. You get really quite capable at it and quite competent, and the results are just fantastic. It's just a wonderful thing to do, and it gives you the feeling of being in full control on the court. So one of my favourite shots, and I hope it becomes one of yours. Enjoy. Hope this helps.